All right, the story of us. Basically, how Elaine saw me, wanted me, and would not take no for an answer. How we met.
And the real story is, are we really doing this?
Yeah, I mean that's the whole video. That's all.
Okay. Anyways, if you are interested in hearing the real truth in the way that Elaine gives it, I, myself, Elaine, stay tuned. There's more.
Anyway, so here we are. I was working on a singles extravaganza, and I was going to different places, and she was coming to. She began to come to the schools with me, and so she was coming to the schools.
They needed me.
We did.
They
did.
asked
I ain't gonna
me.
never.
Okay.
I will never.
All right, tell the people.
Not say, because I could have lost my freedom behind not having a female counselor to go in with the kids, because at that time, 22 years old, you know, you finna be 20. No, I was 21 at that time. I was 21, and these girls, you know, in the high school, we were going to the Smiley Guidance Center,
and yeah, middle and
so the middle and high school, but the high school girls, oh, they was feeding on your boy. So this one, I took the kids out to a. At this time, Christian rap was very, very new, and there was a skating rink that had a Christian rap group coming. So I wanted to expose them to an alternative to the newly coming out gangster rap, right?
Y'all remember, if you from Houston, y'all remember Lockwood?
Yeah, but no, we was on Airline.
Oh, y'all went Airline?
Yeah, we went to Airline.
Oh, okay.
We went to the Airline skating rink right over there by Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, my boy Ed Grice, you know, called me and told me about it. I was like, hey man, I'm gonna bring some kids with me. He said, bring as many kids as you can. Well, I had a 7-8 Cutlass, and I could fit 5 in the row, on the back row, and sit 2 in the front next to me. So that's how we roll. But actually I only had 1 in the front and 4 in the back. So we go, and I left the tickets at the house, went back. So anyway, young lady lied on me, said that she slept with me, but it was the other kids that was able to, you know, vouch for me that no, they didn't even go into the apartment complex. We didn't. I parked them on the outside and took them. I walked into my apartment, got the tickets, and came back out. So they got me situated, but it was tough and go for a minute. So I was praying for a woman to come in, to come and deal with the girls, you know, because we wanted to be effective. You know, we didn't just want to single out boys. So anyway, here she comes. She started going into schools with us, and then she started working with me on the singles extravaganza piece. So yeah, in a nutshell, you know, she started working with me. You're gonna have to get the book to get all the details. But yeah, she, you know, back to the dreaming. I had a dream again. And that's how I discovered
about me,
that she was to be my wife.
No, go on and tell the extension.
No, they're going to have to get the book for that.
You had some confirmations with that dream. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So, but see, that's the juicy part. You got to get the book for that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get the ebook for that.
Y'all got to get the book.
Yeah, you're going to have to get the book for that. And but yeah, so in a nutshell, that's how Eric and Elaine, E squared, came into existence.
So later that year, we were wedded.
That next year, actually, on the day, the second time I told you, we actually wound up getting married on that day, exactly a year later.
The second time you what?
the second time I told you about you as my wife.
He told me.
But she confirmed it.
He told me.
You're going to have to get the book for her confirmation. Because her confirmation is, ladies, you do not, just because somebody come up and tell you that I believe you my wife. If
Don't
you
fall
ain't
for
heard
it.
nothing, tell them to kick rocks.
Absolutely. Do not fall for that. You, in your own walk, you have the power to know and to hear the voice of the Father. You have the power to hear the voice of the Most High so that you can know what He has for you and what is not for you.
Hands down.
And so if you have not heard, ain't nothing supposed to surprise you. Like, oh, he did. Oh, well, I guess I am. No, you better try that spirit by the Spirit. You better really pray. And if you haven't heard, don't you move.
Hands down.
Don't you go.
Hands down.
Your life depends on it.
That's it, folks. The very thing that I was teaching you have the power to know who your spouse was not only an illumination when I learned that, but it was also a revelation when I began to walk it out. And here it is, 27 years later, soon to be 28 years in February 18th. We'll be married for 28 years. So
I'm sorry, what kind of years?
glorious years.
Oh,
She thinks she pulled herself. I already know. Yeah, it's glorious years. Because she married to all this glory.
okay.
All right, y'all. Peace and multiply blessings.